I'm here at Jetton. I live in Gibson County, and the farm that I live on is 400 acres. My CRP ground that I have is about 47 acres, and it's adjacent to this farm. I moved here in 1960. It was 80 acres, and I acquired it from my parents. My wife and I started farming, and we have purchased additional acres to acquire 400 acres. When I first started, I had livestock, and I grew corn, cotton, soybeans, and wheat, Lespedeza. We just try to do it all. But we are now retired, of course, and I've rented all of the land out to another person, and that's primarily our income is from those acres, and I have 47 acres of CRP ground. I've always been interested in wildlife and preserving the wildlife habitat. However, intensified farming has caused a lot of the destruction of our undergrowth and everything, and our wildlife is not as flourishing as it used to be. Unfortunately for the wildlife, but of course we've had to do this for monetary reasons, because we make a living on the farm, and we've improved and destroyed a lot of the habitat. So I decided to go in with the CRP and with the TWRA and establish a habitat. It gives me a revenue, plus it offers wildlife protection and support, primarily quail and for rabbits and deer. We planted tall and short blue stem, partridge peas, but anyway, it was the mixture that they came up with, and I hired it done. It established a good stand. It had been previously in soybeans, and it adapted to this very good, that they just come in and no-till this in on it. I've sowed Lespedeza around in strips, and I have no-till soybeans around the edges and up and down the areas where they can feed on the soybeans later. The TWRA was to take down a lot of the undesirable trees and brush and lay it in windrows, and that would offer protection. The people that hunt my ground, I require them to tell me how many birds they harvested, where they harvested them, and what they were feeding on. That gives me a survey of what they eat and how I might need to manage the next year. I have at least 2 or more coveys of quail on this 47 acres, and at the time I did not have that. I was told that, you know, if you provide the food and the protection, the quail will come, and that is what has happened. I realize that the price of commodities have escalated in the last few years, and it's very difficult to get landowners to convert their property or their land that's highly producing to this. I realize that. But most of us have got some marginal lands that are highly erodible soils that does not enhance agriculture as of today. It don't have to be a complete farm. It can be strips. It can be small areas that they can put in this grass or types of crops that will enhance the development of quail and rabbits. And I said, you tell them that I hadn't seen a rabbit. I hadn't. They came over here and hunted 4 of them. He said them rabbits was all under there. And them dogs got them out.